Hey everyone, welcome to Music with Mr. Williams. Today we are going to learn all about the ukulele. But first, we have to sing our welcome to music song. Let's hit it.
All right, I hope you're standing up. Let's get to it. Hello, 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 hello. It's music time. Dance all around, dance all around, dance all around. It's music time. Stand on one leg, stand on one leg, stand on one leg. It's music time. Twist and shout, twist and shout, twist and shout. It's music time. Jump all around, jump all around, jump all around. It's music time. Hello everybody, welcome to Music with Mr. Williams here. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, today is going to be all about the ukulele. Now, the ukulele is one of my all-time favorite instruments. I love playing it. It's one of my favorite things to do. And we're going to start off this week's video by talking about the top 5 reasons as to why you should learn to play the ukulele. Reason number 1. The ukulele is small and portable. Look at this thing. It doesn't take up very much space at all, even when it is in its case. You could easily store it in a closet, in a room, wherever. In the car, it doesn't take up much space. If you go on a road trip, for example, camping, to the beach, ukulele, easy to bring, doesn't take up much space. Very small, very portable. Reason number 2, ukuleles are very affordable. Compared to other instruments like guitars, cellos, saxophones, trombones, trumpets, ukuleles are very cheap, very affordable. You can find them at just about any music store in town. Sometimes you can get ukuleles for as low as 30 or 40 bucks. Super cheap, and you can find them just about anywhere. I'd say that's a pretty good reason to want to play the ukulele. Reason number 3 to play the ukulele. The ukulele is a very versatile instrument. You could play all different types of music on this thing. I mean, you could play folk music on this. You can play rock music. You can play classical music. You can, of course, play Hawaiian music on it. It's just a very fun, very versatile instrument that allows musicians to play lots of different types and styles of music. Reason number 4 to play the ukulele. It is a very easy instrument to play. Once you get a ukulele, within minutes, you can be strumming chords and singing and making some awesome music. Compared to other instruments, the ukulele is a very easy instrument to play. All right, and finally, reason number 5 as to why you should play the ukulele. The ukulele is a very fun and happy sounding instrument. I mean, come on, listen to this. How can you listen to that and not be happy? It's one of the most fun, most happiest sounding instruments ever. All right, let's talk a little bit about all the different parts on a ukulele. We're going to talk a little bit here about instrument anatomy. Let's check it out. Now, the ukulele is very similar to the guitar. It has a head, which is this part up here. It has a neck, which is the long, skinny part, and it has a body. Let's start up here
on the head and talk about some of the parts that are going on up here. So just like on a guitar, the ukulele has tuning pegs. We have these little kind of silver pegs kind of sticking up here. And the strings of the ukulele, again, just like on a guitar, the strings go up here and they are wound around these silver pegs. And so we use these little knobs right here to turn, to tighten or loosen the strings on the ukulele. Now, kind of moving down the instrument this way, we encounter this little piece right here. It's like kind of a white strip. We call this the nut right here. And if you look, the strings are held in place by little notches on the nut right here. It's a very important piece of the ukulele. And again, a very important piece on the guitar as well. Now, if we take a look at the neck, we have this darker brown part. All of this, we call this the fretboard. This is where you put your fingers to play notes. We have these little silver guys running across here. Those are the frets themselves, the actual silver strips right there. Those are the frets. And we take our fingers and we put them in between the silver frets to play notes. All right, now continuing to move down this way into the ukulele, we're going to talk about this big part here. This whole part here is the body of the ukulele, the body. A couple things going on here. First off, we have this circle hole right in the middle of the body. We call this the sound hole. That is where the sound comes out of the ukulele. We also have this important part down here. We call this the bridge. Now this is very important because this is where, if you look, the strings are actually tied down onto the bridge. And then they stretch and they are pulled over across this white piece right here called the saddle. So we have the bridge where the strings are tied onto, and they are held in place here over the top of the saddle. Very important stuff going on here, but that should kind of give you a pretty good idea all the different parts there are on the ukulele. All right, next up, we're going to talk about how to tune a ukulele. Now, for all stringed instruments, whether it's a ukulele, a guitar, or a violin, a cello, any instrument with strings, tuning the strings is one of the most important first things to do. Now, I actually haven't tuned my ukulele in a couple days now, so I thought it'd be cool for this video just to kind of show you guys how you tune a ukulele. So no matter what instrument you're tuning, whether it's a ukulele or a guitar, there are certain notes that you need to tune each string to. So to help us with this, we are going to use this little guy right here. This is a tuner. So here's how this works. You take the tuner, and it has a little clamp on it like this. Take it, attach it to the head like this, and then all you simply do is play your strings and tighten and loosen them using these tuning pegs, these tuning knobs down here. And you just tighten and loosen the string until you get it to the right pitch, and the tuner will let you know on the screen. So here we go. There we are, last one. There it is. Perfect. We are sounding good. All right, we're just going to briefly talk about here how to play the ukulele. Now, most of the time, the ukulele is used to accompany someone who is singing. So most of the time when you're doing that, you're just going to be strumming simple chords. To play a chord, take your fingers, place them on whichever frets you need to place. So you can place a finger here. You know, let's play this chord actually right here. I'm going to place my first finger right here, Then I'm going to take my middle finger and I'm going to place it up here. Then I'm going to hold those notes down, and I'm going to take my pointer finger on this hand, on my right hand, and I'm going to use the back of my nail to strum through the strings. You could also, if you want, you can use your thumb as well. So you can use either your thumb to strum, or you can use the back of your nail on your pointer finger. And that's really all there is to it. Hopping your fingers around the fretboard, placing them in the right spots, and then strumming. Nothing much to it. All right, my friends, we'll finish things off here with a quick clip on the history of the ukulele and how it came from Portugal to Hawaii, and then from Hawaii it spread worldwide. Check it out.
The story of the ukulele starts in 1879 when a ship called the SS Ravenscrag sailed from Portugal to Hawaii to transport workers to sugar plantations. Among the passengers were Manuel Nunes, Augusto Diaz, and Jose de Espirito Santo, who brought with them a Portuguese instrument called the cavaquinho, which was very similar to the modern ukulele. When the Ravenscrag landed, the native Hawaiians were dazzled by this new instrument. They gave it the name ukulele, which roughly translates to jumping flea, because they thought the player's fingers looked like fleas jumping across the fretboard. Over the next few years, the ukulele exploded in popularity. This was partly due to the efforts of King Kalakaua, Hawaii's last reigning monarch, who used the instrument to promote interest in native Hawaiian culture in the face of increasing influence from overseas. He frequently incorporated the instrument into formal royal functions and encouraged its use in traditional Hawaiian music and dance. The ukulele finally found its way to America in 1915 when it was used during performances at the Panama Pacific International Expo in San Francisco. This caused a sensation that quickly spread all across America. It wasn't long before the ukulele reached New York City, where it became a staple in vaudeville performances and launched a craze for Hawaiian-themed songs among Tin Pan Alley songwriters. The ukulele's popularity continued to grow throughout the next few decades as more and more popular artists featured the instrument in their music. Unfortunately, starting in the 1960s, the ukulele began to fade into the background. In the 1990s, however, the ukulele experienced a resurgence that continues to this day. The success of Israel Kamakawiwo'ole's covers of Over the Rainbow and What a Wonderful World, along with viral videos of artists like Jake Shimabukuro, have helped to bring the ukulele back into the mainstream.
All right, that is it for today, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you learned a little bit here about the ukulele along the way. But that is it for now. I will see you guys in next week's video. I look forward to seeing you then. Bye, friends.